The mystery of the century. Where is MH370? If I asked you today, where Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 disappeared to, how would you answer?
First, let me tell you a detail that you may never have heard before. At the exact moment the aircraft lost contact, someone intentionally switched off the transponder by changing it from active mode to standby. That single action caused the aircraft to vanish instantly from the radar systems
Of Vietnam, Malaysia, and Thailand. And it did not stop there.
Just minutes later, the plane changed direction completely. Instead of continuing toward Beijing, it suddenly turned back across the Malay Peninsula.
The aircraft flew for hours afterward,
without sending a single distress signal. No emergency call, no warning, only silence across the dark sky. And that silence shocked the world. On March 8, 2014,
MH370 departed from Kuala Lumpur with 239 people on board. The destination was Beijing, China. Everything appeared completely normal. The weather was stable. The pilots were highly experienced. The aircraft had no serious technical issues.
But less than an hour after takeoff,
the aircraft disappeared forever.
The final words from the cockpit were calm.
Good night, Malaysian 370.
Then came complete silence. Military radar later revealed something terrifying.
The plane had continued flying in secret. It crossed back over Malaysia
and headed toward the Indian Ocean. That discovery changed everything.
Search teams began one of the largest operations in aviation history.
Dozens of countries joined the mission. Ships, aircraft, satellites, and submarines
scanned enormous areas of ocean, but day after day, almost nothing was found. No black box, no wreckage field.
It was as if the aircraft had vanished into thin air. Then the theories began to spread.
Some believed it was a hijacking.
Others suspected a mechanical failure.
Some even imagined secret military involvement, but none of the theories could fully explain the strange route taken by the aircraft. Investigators later focused on the captain, an experienced pilot named Zahari Ahmadi Shah. Inside his home simulator,
authorities discovered deleted flight paths leading deep into the southern Indian Ocean.
That revelation shocked investigators. Was the disappearance intentional, or was it only a coincidence?
To this day, nobody knows for certain. Debris finally began
on
washing
islands
ashore.
Far from the search zone. A wing flap discovered on our Union Island
was confirmed to belong to MH370.
At last, the world knew one painful truth. The aircraft had crashed into the ocean.
But where exactly it crashed remains one of the greatest mysteries ever recorded. Families of the passengers waited endlessly
for answers that never truly arrived.
Many refused to believe their loved ones were gone.
Hope slowly turned into heartbreak.
The search operation continued for years.
Millions upon millions of dollars were spent.
Yet the ocean revealed almost nothing. Experts studied satellite signals
to estimate the aircraft's final path.
Those weak electronic handshakes became the only remaining clues.
According to the data, the plane likely flew south for hours, until it ran out of fuel above the ocean. Then it disappeared forever into darkness. Still, many investigators disagreed. Some argued the plane may have glided farther.
Others believed the search area was wrong.
Every new theory created more questions.
And every unanswered question deepened the mystery.
For years, the disappearance of MH370 became a symbol of modern uncertainty. How could a massive passenger aircraft
simply disappear in the modern age? The world had satellites, radar, and tracking systems.
Yet none of them could stop the mystery. Some researchers believe the truth
may still be hidden somewhere beneath the sea. Others think the full story may never be known.
Even today, new expeditions are proposed, in hopes of finally locating the wreckage.
Because somewhere in the Indian Ocean, the final secrets of MH370 may still remain.
And until those secrets are uncovered, the story will continue haunting the world. Many people still replay the final moments,
trying to understand what really happened.
Was there fear inside the cabin? Did the passengers know something was wrong?
Or did everything happen in silence? Those questions still echo today.
The tragedy changed aviation forever.
After MH370 disappeared,
Airline tracking systems were upgraded worldwide.
governments realized that even advanced technology still had dangerous blind spots. MH370 became a warning to the entire world.
But for the families, this was never just a mystery. It was personal pain that never ended. Birthdays passed without answers.
Years passed without closure. And somewhere across the ocean,
The aircraft continued to hide its secrets. Every recovered fragment
became another painful reminder,
The mystery was real.
and the truth remained incomplete.
Some investigators believed the final answer
May lie in data we have already collected. Others believe crucial evidence
may have disappeared forever beneath the sea. That is what makes MH370
It was not only
so
a
haunting.
disaster. It became one of humanity's greatest unanswered questions.
Even now, more than a decade later, people across the world still search for answers.
Documentaries continue to investigate the case. Experts continue debating the evidence, and the internet continues to fuel new theories.
Some are realistic. Others sound almost impossible.
But they all exist because one truth
MH370
MH370 has never truly
Perhaps
been
one
found.
day
The ocean will finally reveal
what happened during those final hours. Perhaps the black boxes will someday be recovered. And perhaps the families will finally
The
receive
answers
they have waited for so long to hear. Until then, MH370 remains one of the darkest mysteries in
a
aviation
flight
history,
that vanished without warning, a silence that still echoes across the world.
and a question that refuses to disappear. Where is MH370? The mystery continues to captivate millions. Every new clue sparks worldwide attention.
Every recovered fragment revives old emotions.
And every failed search
Leaves the
mission
world
with more uncertainty. The Indian Ocean remains vast and unforgiving. Much of its depths are still unexplored.
Somewhere in that darkness,
The final chapter of MH370 may still
that
wait to be
possibility
discovered.
keeps hope alive. Because as long as the wreckage remains missing,
The story is not truly over. Investigators may continue searching. Technology may continue improving.
and one day, the ocean may finally
Until that
surrender the
moment
truth.
arrives.
MH370 will remain a symbol of mystery, loss, and unanswered questions.
It reminds humanity that even in a
Some
modern
secrets
world
can still disappear beyond our reach. And perhaps that is the most
a
terrifying
giant
part of all.
aircraft carrying hundreds of souls simply vanished into darkness. No final message.
No explanation. Only questions that still remain unanswered.
The mystery of MH370
And the world
continues searching for the truth.
Somewhere beneath the waves, the final evidence may still exist.
Waiting silently in the darkness below.
Perhaps one discovery could change everything. Perhaps one signal was overlooked.
Perhaps one final clue remains hidden.
That uncertainty is why the world cannot forget MH370.
Even after all these years, the mystery still feels unfinished. And maybe one day, we will finally understand what truly happened. Until then, the story of MH370 will continue haunting aviation history.
A modern mystery without a final answer.
A disappearance that changed the world forever.
And a tragedy that still refuses to fade.
For the families, the waiting continues. For investigators, the search never truly ends.
And for the world, MH370 remains an unforgettable mystery.
One day, the ocean may finally speak. One day, the silence may finally break.
And one day, humanity may finally learn what happened to Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370.
Until that day arrives, the mystery will continue living on, across documentaries, books, and investigations, across the memories of grieving families, and across the endless waters of the
Somewhere
Indian
out
Ocean,
there lies the truth.
hidden beneath miles of dark water, waiting for the moment it is finally discovered. Until then, humanity continues asking
The same haunting question. Where did MH370 go? Perhaps the answer is closer than we think. Or perhaps it is buried forever beneath the sea.
But the search for truth continues. Because the world still refuses
And
to
neither
forget.
do the
families waiting for answers.
One mystery still remains unsolved.
One question still echoes across the world.
Will we ever discover the full truth about MH370?